Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We've got another set of races for you today with some commentary. I just wanted to say before we start off, thank you so much for everyone who's been watching the last few videos on my channel, and also people have been leaving some feedback. It's been really helpful to see, likes and dislikes on the videos, just to see if you guys are enjoying what I'm doing on the channel so far. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So we've got a race here at Laguna starting off in the touring cars, and I'm looking forward to this one because this is probably my favourite track in the game. So yeah, starting from the back as always, it's lights out and away we go. Oh, what's that? Oh, race ends in 2 minutes. Well, that's interesting. Okay, you know what? I'm sure it's just a weird bug, and I doubt that the race will actually end in 2 minutes, because that'd be crazy. I mean, come on, that's not going to happen. Ah, well, there you go. Race ended in 2 minutes, but it doesn't matter because I won apparently. So there you go, easiest win ever. But getting on to an actual proper race after that weird glitch. So yeah, here we've got a proper race at the Nürburgring, again in GC cars. And today I'm in the Audi, which is fairly new. I haven't used this car too many times, but I'm in the beautiful Oreo livery, which I think, just the livery alone adds a good 50 horsepower. So, we all know this, that the liveries, the better the livery, the better the car. So yeah, coming into the first corner, usual chaos on the Nürburgring first corner. It's a pretty horrible one, really, for Forza players to try and figure out. But we make it through all right. We're made up a few places so far, but not too many, not as many as you might expect from Nürburgring T1. But as we carry on here, lots of cars going back and forth. This white Audi in front of us bouncing like a pinball between the other two cars, but he somehow gets through, and we'll try and follow him past this Volkswagen here, which we do. He brakes really, really early, so we get a really nice, easy move there. Bit of a tap in the rear because I did brake possibly a little bit too much in that corner, but it doesn't matter. I'm through and up to 13th already, so not a bad start through the first 3 or 4 corners. These two Audis in front, then just having a bit of a tussle and pushing each other off, and then he seems to take his anger out on me there and kind of come back onto the track a bit aggressively, but not too bad there. I don't spin off or anything, and I do get the place over him in the end. So there you go. Yeah, good start. Now, is anyone going to have a look up this corner? No, doesn't look like it. We haven't got any crazy dives, so that's always something you've got to watch out for in Forza. There's always the opportunity for a last minute desperate dive, no matter how far back people are. Now, up ahead here, we've got two cars having a real scrap with each other, and unfortunately he just comes across the track there, and there's literally nothing I could have done there. I had to go into him. I'm actually quite lucky to get away without a penalty, but never mind, he was going off the track anyway, so I don't think we really ruined his race too much. I think it was already gone by that point. Now we've got one Audi out the inside, and then another just comes flying past on the outside. Then that Audi in front of us now with a pretty good overtake, a little bit aggressive, but he does get a good few positions there in one corner, so well done to him. I come out not too badly, only having lost one position. And then Punisher there going on the inside, and I get a 0.2 second penalty for going off the track, which I don't really think was particularly fair, but never mind. And we get shoved through the corner there, lots of contact. Pretty messy set of corners there, but then again, we are in touring cars, and there's always a bit of contact during touring car racing. Who doesn't love a bit of rubbing and grinding, eh? Anyway, carrying on with the race, we've got another Audi in front of us. It seems to be a very popular car now in the touring car series. I think a lot of people have kind of made a collective decision not to race with the Volkswagen because it's just way too overpowered. So I think now the Audi has become people's kind of first choice. So this guy's got a bit of a crazy line coming up to the chicane, but he brakes at a good point. I brake a little bit early just to make sure I don't go into the back of him, and then there that Lincoln coach just decides to completely cut the chicane, so we'll let him go past. He gets a 2 second penalty for it, so not the end of the world, and then he gets pushed off by the Audi anyway. So coming up to the first corner here, we've got a bit of an Audi sandwich. Audi in front of us, Audi behind. Audi behind goes for a proper dive up the inside. Actually does brake fairly well. I thought he might go flying off into the grass, but he makes that corner pretty well, and actually, to be fair to him, then gets it on the inside and makes a good move on me. So fair play to him. He's made a good move there. Now we've got our friend the Genesis, the Lincoln Co. back on our left, who's well, no, he hasn't really shown the best racing etiquette so far, so let's see what he's about to do. He's right up behind the Audi in front of us, so I'm kind of just going to sit back here and let him cause some issues, because I'm sure he will. There you go. Already he's pushed the other two Audis wide, and he's now through. So I'm sure one of them is going to have a go at him probably. And the Audi just getting a bit wide there on the exit, putting two wheels on the grass, and it just flicks him over into us, which luckily we came off fine from that. Didn't cause us any issues. Now the blue Lincoln Co. there getting a bad run through the chicane, and then the black Lincoln Co. getting caught up on him and just spinning him round. I don't think it was entirely on purpose, to be honest, from this Lincoln Co. in front of us. But either way, that's a bit unfortunate for the blue one there. Now they're almost just getting that unfortunate tap on the rear. Luckily didn't actually spin him. I do hang back a bit and just say sorry in the chat, because that was not a great move from me there really. And I'm lucky that actually it didn't spin him around. But he gets a really weird line braking for the first corner and ends up going really wide, but actually it seems to work out all right for him. He's able to keep the position. We've got this VW on our right. I go a little bit too narrow there, trying to stay on the inside, but then I am on the inside for this next corner, and I take it really nicely there, sticking to the inside of that curb, and it gives him a good run into the next corner, which again, this Audi's had a bad run of it through those corners. So I'm right up behind him coming into this hairpin here, but not going to force a move there. He kept it pretty narrow, so there wasn't any space on the inside, so I'm just going to sit behind and wait for another opportunity. Now nothing really happened for the rest of that lap, so we're coming up to the chicane here, and he gets a really bad run, and that sausage curb just flicking him out to the outside there on the exit, which allows me to get a good run through and past him onto the back straight. So skipping ahead a little bit here, we've got the white Audi, which we can remember from the beginning of this race was causing some issues. He takes a really weird line through that set of corners, and so I'm right up behind him coming into the hairpin here, and I'm going to look for a move, and he just completely misses his braking point. Whether he had worn tyres, he was struggling with tyres, or whatever, he just brakes way too late there, and I get past him. Nice easy overtake. And then coming up to the chicane for the last time this race, we've got our friend the Audi here, who goes for a move, pretty brave one, and he almost makes it work, but I've braked at pretty much the perfect point, and I'm able to fend him off there, take a nice line through the chicane, and there's no way he can get past now. Just going to take a nice line through the last corner, onto the back straight, and that's 8th place. So not the best of races for me, but also not a bad race, and made up a good few positions, and had some good battles there, so yeah, I'm happy with that one. So up 13 positions, that's pretty good. I certainly could have done better had things gone my way at the beginning of the race, but anyway, we move on to another race in the BMW M3. This is a one-make series, so everyone's in the M3. I'm in the beautiful livery here that I downloaded off of the store, so very kind of whoever made this one. It's really, really beautiful livery. Now coming out to the first corner, this kind of sets the tone for this race for me, to be honest. Just kind of barging everyone out of the way. I'm getting barged out of the way, I'm barging people out of the way. It's just a bit of a messy, scrappy race, this one. Certainly not my proudest of races, to be quite honest. I make a good few mistakes, like there, just cutting across that guy and hitting him wide. I have no idea whether that spun him off, whether he was able to keep going, and again just getting forced into another car and kind of spinning him around there. Not entirely my fault, but definitely could have maybe done something to try and limit the damage done to the other guy there. But anyway, I got through it without penalty, so not the end of the world for me so far. And we're up to 11th already, coming into the second lap, so I got a good few moves done there, but yeah, just a little bit scrappy. And now we've got this guy who's going to look to overtake on our right. He gets a really good exit from the final corner, and then Bones there, who went off on the back straight, so I'm going to overtake him. Is anyone going to go wide in the first 2 corners? No, doesn't look like it. Seems like everyone keeps it fairly clean. Although we've got a couple of cars off, one on each side of the track, and then, yeah, that was entirely my fault there. I just got caught on that navy blue BMW in front of me and just spun him around. That was completely my fault. I'll take responsibility for that. And I get handed a 4-second penalty for it, which is probably fair, to be quite honest. So I'm not too angry about that one. I think that was pretty justified. So anyway, I'll see what I can do for the rest of this race. You know, the pack is staying pretty close. If you look on the mini-map, we're all very close together. The guy just there getting a couple of wheels on the grass, which really can really easily spin you around, as you'll see later in the race. I do the exact same thing. But anyway, we've got Bonesy up ahead of us, who's done well to get past us there, as we overtook him about this point on the last lap. So can I look for a move up the first corner? No, I'm just going to back out, brake nice and early, and he actually brakes too late and goes really wide there, so I'm going to get a nice move up the inside of him. And then I kind of had a bit of a gap between the guy in front and behind there for a while, and here you go. This is what I was talking about just now. Got just one wheel on the grass there, and it just loses traction and spins you around. I managed to hold it, I didn't spin fully, but lost position there. So yeah, you've really got to watch that last corner. It's actually quite deceptive. You have to slow down more than you think you do. But anyway, skipping ahead, we're on the last lap now. Nothing's really happened between for the last couple of laps, but a guy going wide there on the first corner, so that's a nice free position. And then yeah, skipping to the end of the race. Is anything going to be able to happen here? 2 guys fighting ahead. Doesn't look like it. They get through that corner cleanly. So finishing 6th on track. Am I going to be able to pull away from the car behind enough to make up for the 4-second penalty? He's got a 0.9-second penalty, so let's see what we can do. And yes, it looks like we will make enough time on him, and we'll finish in 6th place in the end, which I think is probably a better result than I deserved there. It was a bit of a messy race from me. I think I just got lucky that I wasn't spun around. I was the one doing the spinning. So overall, a kind of a strange set of races there for me for today. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you are enjoying the commentary videos. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments, or by leaving a like, and just let me know if you are enjoying the commentary videos. And yeah, I hope to see you guys soon.